Hello, everyone. It's my third of these addresses, trying to address the current kind of contretemps, is that the word, going on within the gender critical movement. I wanted to talk a little bit about trans rights activism and how it works and the nature of the people who use these tactics. There's a phrase called FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt. And it's what trans rights activists use to sow these qualities into our movement. We always have to be very kind of prepared for them because they are so what would be the word? Well, they're smart. These are some of these people are very, very clever. And they know that they look at certain personalities within the movement and they try and use what they know about those personalities against each other. Okay. So a lot of this that's going on with Artie at the moment has to do with, well, Artie's Canadian. He's in the LGBT Alliance Canada. He heads it, and he is a target as a result. There is also Aaron Kimberly. Aaron Kimberly is a trans man, and he is part of an organization called GenSpect. GenSpect are a target as well, because GenSpect are the first really good kind of organization for parents trying to empower them and advise them on what to do when their child is coming out as trans or because it says they're trans. And it's an attempt to, GenSpect attempt to give parents the resources to make sure their child doesn't end up on a medical pathway, as exposed by the brilliant Exu Lancic, whose videos I posted a few days ago. So those are the two organizations that are kind of at the center of a few things at the moment. Sorry, just let me go to my notes. Tactics that spread FUD, and my thanks to Alan Hennis for this explanation, are usually cost-free and consequence-free for whoever wants to spread them. All it takes is innuendo, rumor, speculation, and there's no repercussions to the people who spread them. They just sit back and watch the mayhem. Which brings me on to the letter about Artie, the open letter that accused him of being a paedophile. Now, I've been in this now for 5 years, and I'm well used to trans rights activist tactics, but I've never seen a paedophile charge being laid against someone. I thought it was extraordinary, and I was very surprised that our own side was doing it. But I got a letter this morning that kind of explains everything. Well, it could explain everything, and it's just something I want people to bear in mind. Anyway, so let me just say another couple of things, right? The reason LGBT Alliance is such a target is because, I mean, we all saw what David Paisley did to David Bridle's business for merely tweeting something along the lines of, maybe we should listen to what they have to say. I think that's what he said. They destroyed his business, you know? And that was to warn others from supporting the LGBT Alliance. It was to try and poison the LGBT Alliance's name as strongly as he could. And that's because when gay, bisexual, and lesbian individuals gather together in a group that excludes straight cross-dressing men or asexuals or whatever other group is currently hijacking gay rights, it exposes the nature of the problem in a way that is deeply embarrassing to groups pushing gender identity ideology, such as Stonewall. And again, as I say, GenSpect are there offering an alternative to the fast tracking of kids into drugs and surgery. And they're making great inroads with a nervous media, and as a result are hated by trans rights activists. Aaron Kimberly is a trans man, and he is connected with GenSpect. And Artie is obviously connected with LGBT Alliance Canada. Aaron is the reason I'm making this video. He contacted me this morning, and he said the following. in the comments to a video in which Karen attacks Aaron and Genspect is someone named Shala, who tells Karen, oh, sorry, I've rewritten this, so that is by me, sorry, is someone named Shala who tells Karen about Aaron's work history dating back about 14 years. The reason she knows that is because when things blew up between Morgan Ogre and Aaron, Morgan was posting about it on her Facebook account. 2 trans women commented on those posts. One works at Transcare BC, and the other hosts a co-op radio show. They were digging through Aaron's work history on LinkedIn, called his employer, and he immediately locked down his accounts. The things being said in Karen's comments are the same things those trans women were saying on Morgan Ogre's Facebook post. So it turns out you've got TRAs going after Aaron, listing quite specific facts about his work history on a Facebook post, and then you've got possibly the same TRAs coming in pretending to be fans of Karen Davis. I mean, that's kind of, you know, that's what it is. That's what FUD is, and that's what you know. That's the tactics these people love using. You know, so this makes sense to me. This makes absolute sense to me. I think Morgan Ogre is behind all of this. I think Morgan Ogre is trying to bring down Genspect and the parents via Aaron. I think Morgan is trying to bring down LGBT Alliance via Canada, LGBT Alliance Canada via Artie. And I think that the information that Karen Davis is getting is coming from the same places and people who were going after Aaron on Facebook. So I just think that I mean, like Karen's been doing her YouTube channel, which has been a brilliant resource for a year now. But in the UK, we've been dealing with the likes of James Billingham, Adrian Harrop, Stephanie Hayden, all these people for years. And these tactics are the same tactics they use. They use sock accounts. You know, they pretend to be certain people to cause fights between people. They feed people fake information via DMs and so on and so forth. And the final kind of piece of the puzzle, I think, comes when you consider that at the moment, WPath, there's something I don't know whether I can tell you or not. I'm just going to ask. Great, yes. There's a big war at the moment going on in WPath. Half of them in WPath, sorry, WPath is the kind of leading organization for trans health. Half of them believe that you shouldn't be giving hormones to kids, and half of them believe that it's transphobic to say that. So there's a good chance they're falling apart because of this issue, because they know that once they come out with the advice that you shouldn't do this, then the whole narrative that they've been spinning for years that has possibly ruined the lives of many children is about to all come tumbling down. So in the week that this consultation has been held, we've been arguing amongst ourselves on Twitter. So there's a definite motive to make all this happen. And these 3 targets, Aaron, Artie, and Genspect, are also Morgan Ogre's targets. So all I'd ask is that we just examine the information we're getting and find out where it's from. Have a look at all these. A lot of the accounts that have been coming up spreading this Artie Morty stuff are very new. They've only been in existence for a month, and these are the accounts that are amplifying what some people are saying about these 3 individuals or organizations. I would just ask that people just be very, very careful, you know, because we are actually breaking through in so many different ways. We're making trans rights activists very nervous. Morgan Ogre is the same person who defunded the Vancouver rape relief. So you're talking about very, very dangerous people. And it would be nothing to them to throw someone like Artie to the wolves or someone like Aaron to the wolves. They don't care. It's a huge result for them because they destabilize a movement that's gathering traction. Now, I think that there are things within this conversation that do need to be talked about. Yes, absolutely. There are blurred lines and conversations to be had. And we need to make sure that women are able to reestablish boundaries that have been nicked away at by trans rights activism. I don't believe that's done by accusing good men like Artie Morley of paedophilia or paedophilia apology. He may have said certain things talking about these subjects to other people. And as I said in my previous video, these are being stitched together to create a dishonest picture of him. So yeah, so that's it basically. I mean, you know, the short version is that there's people who are commenting on Aaron Kimberly's on Morgan Ogre's Facebook post about Aaron Kimberly, and they seem to be the same people commenting on Karen Davis's post, giving her support when she attacks people like Aaron and Artie. So that's the short version. The longer version, I'm sure, will come out over the next few days. But I just wanted to put it out there because, you know, this is harming some very decent people who are doing a lot of good for the organization, for the movement, and we need to, you know, have discussions and have conversations. But, you know, we're close to winning this one, so let's keep our eyes on the prize and have those conversations just a little bit later on. Maybe, just a thought. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.